Hello and welcome back to Craft Arcanum episode number 4. This is Mallrat28 here with a little bit more, well, as it turns out, greenhouse action. So at the end of last episode, we just had a little bit of a rough out what I wanted to do for the greenhouse. As you can see, I've been a little bit busy. I've been trying to come up with a good design for this, and I think I have something I like. I was actually looking on Google at images of greenhouses, real greenhouses, and seeing what they kind of look like and stuff. And I found one I want to make a kind of a copy slash basis off of, but essentially it's like a long glass house with a pointy roof, but sandwiched next to another one. So it goes up and then it comes down and then it goes up and it comes down. And I really like the way that looks, the entire feel to it. It's pretty nice. I have also been growing some crops. Right here, these 3 crops, the fire seeds, water seeds, and the earth seeds represent the main thing that I want out of magical crops. Between these guys, I can make sand, gravel, cobblestone, dirt, and clay. That's all I really want magical crops for, to be honest. The ability to get ore and stuff, sure, that's somewhat useful, but easy access to those other things, that's what I'd really like. Even the cobblestone, I really don't need the cobblestone. I can make a thalmic stone extruder once I get to the research. I do plan on making one of those at one point, just because it's easier to set one of those guys up and have it run than to have to come back here, craft the stuff, and then take it to wherever I want. And I've still got a floating tree. You know, from this angle, that kind of looks like a turtle. It's a little snowy floating turtle made out of leaves and wood. Anyway, all of these crops here are actually at 10, 10, 10, so they are the best version of these crops I could possibly get. And I've decided to stick with the 3x3 plots. It looks like it's the best bet for the moment. Let's see, we also have the Giselle greens from ChocoCraft. These are also 10, 10, 10. And as the added benefit, now that they're 10, 10, 10, I'm actually getting the golden greens every now and then, which is what you need to breed a golden chocobo, which we will be trying a little bit later today. Over the course of the past day or so, I ended last episode with a brand new green and a brand new blue chocobo. I currently still have them, but I also have a black chocobo and a white chocobo. So that was pretty good luck. And most of that, honestly, was because of this little farm here, because now that I can get the golden greens, it is just so much easier. These things work better than the Loverly do. And I didn't actually see any of these guys show up until I got these to 10, 10, 10, so it's a little bit odd, but I'm not going to complain too much. Just a little bit, not too much. The main problem is there's no real point having those greens once you get the golden chocobo. So this crop might not stay in here for long. You know what, let's keep the bones, we'll put it in the chest for now. As you can see, I've been doing a lot of work using hempcrete and stuff. I absolutely love this block. The only problem is there is actually no slab version to it, so I'm actually using a micro block, which is, I'd rather not do that, but the fact that I have to do that means I can make this thing, and this looks fantastic. This is basically it's the regular little pads like we have over here, right? The difference is it's enclosed by spruce trim, and I really like the way this looks. It makes it look like we actually have planters in the ground here. I think you could do something similar with garden stuff, because I think Agricraft will work with it. I'm not honestly sure, but I know there is a block that lets you make like a planter that you can actually use for crops. But it's pretty nice. I like the way it looks. What I'm figuring is the main entrance to this place is going to be against the side here. It's going to run with the columns, so it's going to be a column of 4, and then column of 4. We'll also have like a back service area exit over here, right? And from here you can get into the water tank storage, maybe if we have any bulk storage or anything like that. Look at those guys, they're growing so well. The only problem is if you watch this, you can kind of see that sprinkler stuttering on and off. That's because this water tank is not enough. So right now it would take about 2 tanks to keep 4 sprinklers going, and I'm going to be adding in 5 more. So needless to say, it's yeah, you can see them going in sequence. I'm going to need a few more of those. Probably going to be doing 3. It's probably going to take 4. We'll see what it does. I mean, there is a chance that it will reach a certain point that it'll just keep going and it won't matter. if it gets too complicated, I do have a secondary plan, and that is to pump the quote-unquote river over here and just use that for my water source. And we can do that. We can use the immersive engineering pump. It actually has some really nice fluid pipes. They're really solid things. They look really, really neat. And we could probably use one of their little fluid storage barrels on the interior as like a midway point. I don't think they count as multi-parts. Or we'll find something. We'll find something that works. Actually, we could probably just use a one of these tanks. See, that one of the tanks should be fine, because that'll look like a solid block, right? You could pump into it, and then it'll just have like the water reservoir going out. On the whole, though, I like the way that this is shaping up, and I will actually be working on that a little bit later. One thing I have learned is that I don't like working with glass without silk touch. I have wasted so many blocks of glass that it is not funny. I don't know of any real easy way to get silk touch at this point, but I do know something in Botania that can help. There is actually I think it's I've been searching for it. It's the vitreous pickaxe, and it's made fairly easily. It's just a monosteel ingot, 2 living wood twigs, and glass. And what this thing does is it acts as though it has silk touch. It will break glass and give you the blocks. It may also work for ice. I'm not sure about that, to be honest. But either way, it's... Oh, I'm sorry. Why are you following me? Why are you... Hey, come here, come here, come here. Stop. Stay. Thank you. All right. I think it works with ice. I'm not sure. I think it's also something that would definitely be worth the detour to get started in basic Botania so that I can get access to that, just because it would be incredibly useful. Let's see how we doing here. We got another white chocobo. Okay. So we have, you know Liberty, right? There was the second chocobo we got, named Justice. One of these is our original blue chocobo. I'm not sure which one. And then we have a green chocobo around here somewhere. I'm not quite sure where it's wandered off to, but it's here somewhere. At this point, I realized that there is a slight bug with ChocoCraft, and that seems to be whenever the area they're in unloads, the chocobos forget whether they were told to stay or to wander or to follow. The only ones where this is an exception is when they have a saddle on. Once they have a saddle, they stay. When they say they're going to stay, they stay. Yeah, so green chocobo has gone to the winds. I've not... Oh, there it is. It's taking a bath. It's a really, really big bird bath. Anyway. Since we have these golden greens right here, well, golds, I want to go ahead and try breeding these two together. So you get a gold chocobo whenever you breed together a white and a black chocobo. And you have to use these golden greens. If you don't, that's not going to happen at all. The only problem is it is fairly rare. So it looks like we got another white one. Is it a... Oh, I don't want the lovely. I want the regular ones. So what are you? You are female. Okay. You are male, though you don't know me. There you go. Unfortunately... Oh, that's a good name. Firecracker. What was your name? Lily. Okay, you two follow me. It's not that we don't appreciate you or anything. It's just we need to separate you from the rest of the pack. We don't want any emotional attachments being created or anything. Okay, you can stay. Uh-oh. That little one is just doing its best trying to get here. It's like, I can do it. I can do it. And then it's failing terribly. If you look up top there, you can see I've been working on framing in some general area for the roof there. I was looking on the Dark Preacher's advice. I was looking for the quarried stone from Railcraft. I've not actually run into any of that yet, so it's currently just hanging open. But trying to make it look like there's a little bit of support to the roof, I think I might end up putting a little bit of logs like poking out the sides a little bit, just to continue on what I have at the bottom. Okay, I guess that's as far as you're going to go. Oh, are you coming? Come on, you can do it, little guy. Alright, and stay. Now, with any luck, those guys will be completely fine over there. Nothing bad will happen to them. I mean, it's not like we're in desperate need for any sort of resource or anything. But they should be okay for now. Totally be okay. Remember that quarried stone I said I couldn't find? It looks like I found it. We definitely don't have time to mine this right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and make a waypoint right here. Because we are, let's see, we're like right here. This is literally due east of where we set up, so it's actually pretty easy to find. We want to go to waypoints, though. We want to go new. And then, let's see. RC quarried stone. Totes not marble, but it's quarried stone. The texture on this, when you do it in the in general, it's really nice. It's got a little bit more roughness to it than the Blue Power marble does, so I think it'll work much better. We are totally lost, though. We're east, right? So we need to go west. We gotta go that way. All right. All right. Golden Chocobo attempt number 2. Oh, it's another white one. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we're back at the little base here. We've got all of the basic Botania stuff we're going to need to get started. One of the very, very first things we're going to need is a Petal Apothecary, which means we're going to need some cobblestone. And we are going to need, yes, we're going to need cobblestone, and we're going to need to get it from this. We're going to go ahead and unchisel this. Please stop whistling. I turned down the work frequency of the regular chocobos, so they should still do it. They're just not going to do it nearly as often. The exception to this being apparently the chocobos don't actually... I have to stop saying that. They don't actually go by that config setting, unfortunately. Other than that, though, it's much, much quieter here, and they've also started dropping less feathers, which was a fantastic change. I have so many chocobo feathers right now, it's not funny. Anyway. We're going to go ahead and make a Petal Apothecary, so it should be, which do we have the most of? Brown, so we're going to sacrifice a brown. So, unless I'm mistaken, it should be 2 slabs, and then, yes, Petal Apothecary. We're also going to make another one, actually, and this one is going to be for use later, but you can put water in a Petal Apothecary, but you can also put lava in a Petal Apothecary. Whenever there's lava in it, any item that hits the top of the Petal Apothecary gets deleted. It's actually a really nice way to get rid of junk. We're not going to need that for today. It's just a neat feature, and it's worth having one reserved. That's neat. It makes it look like kind of like a box on a pedestal. All right. We're going to go ahead and do this here for now, just so we're near our stuff. Eventually, I think I'd probably want to set up the Botania stuff near the greenhouse. Oh, we don't want to throw that. What we do want to do, though, is we're going to need to get a... Do you work with bottles? I know you could drop buckets on here. Okay, no. Go away, water bottle. I don't need you. Because you can, like, drop a bucket on there and it'll fill it up. Alright. We are also going to need seeds. Luckily, I believe we have seeds. And we will need, let's see, first things first is a pure daisy. Which I think is just the 2 white, and then 4 white, excuse me, it's 4 white and then a seed. So let's go ahead and we'll get enough to make, get the 2 of them, I guess. And then we're also going to need some seeds. I think I can use the, I think I can use these. The way the Botania works is it actually checks the name of the thing for seeds, not necessarily that it is a registered seed or anything. So it is, pretty forgiving. I really need to get some of the stuff out of my inventory, though. So if we go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, check that out. I've not seen that GUI before. That's awesome. All right, I've That is new. I've apparently been using old versions of right-click with empty hand to add back the last recipe. I don't have an empty hand. Now that is what I would call a quality of life change. That's pretty nice. Alright, so before we get too carried away going crazy with Botania here, something I want to go ahead and do, let's see how these guys doing. Can breed, you can breed, okay. So let's have Golden Chocobo breeding attempt number 3. Alright, so bam and bam. I think that's gold! I think that's gold! I think we have gone gold! Oh, please be gold. It does not say what it is. Its name is Black, though. No, that's definitely a that's definitely a gold chocobo. Oh, we've you know what? We're gonna make a celebratory cake, which means we need to go find some cows and we're going to harass them. Because I want this thing grown and I want it grown now. You are a gold chocobo, right? You are a gold chocobo. You are glorious and you are golden. Alright, drop your gear, please, and stay. Okay, keep staying. He's fairly close in color to the, oh, look how many hearts he has. He's fairly close in color to the other one, but it's just a little bit of a difference. It's more, this is more of a, orangish color. We are going to eat before we do anything crazy here. Alright, and then, these guys should be able to fly, right? So basically, you just feather the spacebar to fly. Oh, this is awesome! Flying away. You know, this is like episode 4, and we have flight, though to be fair, this is not creative flight, so I dare say it's fairly well balanced, plus we have to use it from the back of a chocobo. Still, this is really, really awesome. I think this guy here is my new best friend. We need to make at least one more of these guys, just in case. Well, or if not making another one, I need to protect its parents so that I can breed more in case this guy dies. I know it's terrible to think that that's going to happen, but it's a very real possibility with me at the control. Is there a way to make you descend? If I hit shift, I'm going to fall off. I'm sorry, this is so entertaining for me. Okay. So with this stuff, I should have more than enough to make some wool. And then that, and then we'll need one more of these things to sacrifice. What do we have the most of? You know what? Let's actually do white. White doesn't tend to get used for what I would call useful stuff. And we have a crafting table over here. So if we put a white right there, and then, is it like that? Or is the white up higher? There we go, flower pouch. So now these guys should be able to just like store like right in here. Excellent. Now I think these only hold like a stack or so of each of them, so it's not like it's going to do a ton of stuff. Oh, that's awesome too. We are over here though also because we need glass. Let's go ahead and unchisel this. So we got glass, and then we have the living wood here. So with this, we can go ahead and make that pickaxe. So that gets me 1, I need 2. And then monosteel. Then vitreous pickaxe. Alright. So the difference between the regular pick and a vitreous pick is a subtle yet obvious one. Destroys glass, preserves glass. so much more useful, saves so much resources. So it's definitely something that's good to have. Alright, so today's episode has been really a bit of a weird one since I got distracted by the gold chocobo and then went on that little Botania tangent, and I am sorry for that. There's one last thing that I want to go ahead and take a look at real quick, and then after we get done checking that out, I am going to go work on the greenhouse over there. To be honest, though, we're actually doing something that will help us work on a greenhouse, so that is hopefully food for thought. I have that little smelting set up in my house up there. It actually works okay for general stuff. I can put something up there, come back a little bit later, and it's done. The only problem is, and it is a big problem, like I had mentioned earlier, that windmill does not make a lot of power. I need to replace it with the improved windmill blades, which I can do pretty soon. I almost have enough of the hemp saved up. Until then, though, I want to go ahead and try some of these furnaces from Magical Crops. They're fairly easy to make. It's just a furnace, and then we're going to use 4 of these guys. Is it these? Yeah, it's these guys. That I'm not going to say for fear of being sued by J.K. Rowling. So we have the first tier furnace, and then if I use these guys, this should give me a second tier, right? Yes, okay. Now these guys, as far as I know, they are actually a little bit faster than a standard furnace, so it should also be a little bit more fuel efficient, so we should be able to get a lot more done with a lot less resource cost, which is a very nice thing. Alright, and let's see. So we just have the sand there, that's okay. And we're going to put this guy right there. Looks pretty neat. So it just looks like it's a regular furnace, it's just colored. I'm going to go ahead and put in one of those guys. Let's see how quickly that goes. That's fairly quick. Oh yeah, that's really quick actually. It looks like it's going to set the world on fire though, but it's quick. Alright, I think the only thing we need for this is I need to actually get another, I need to get a hopper to put next to it to funnel the sand into the actual furnace itself. It looks like it's a flower. That looks like actually it would be like right in spot in the middle of Botania setup. Nobody would ever know. Alright, let's go get another hopper. Server, save the world. Good job, server. Server, you are the real MVP. Keep my world nice and safe. Alright, so we're going to need a chest and then 5 iron ingots. Do we have any iron in there? No. I have 2 on me. 1, 2, 3. And right now in here I'm cooking up bricks, which I can use for a variety of stuff, primarily for bricks. I know, it's not what you're expecting. Alright. So very little mana. Can make a tiny chest. I wonder if you can make a tiny hopper. Actually, I have no idea why you'd want to make a tiny chest. It holds literally 1 stack of items. Which is weird. I would imagine it would hold like, because when you break a chest down, I imagine it would hold like 3 stacks of items. Since it's literally a 1/9 of a chest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so it should be 3 stacks. I call shenanigans. Alright, anyway, we're just going to load this up with sand. So yeah, it looks like that fuel's going to last a fairly long time, so we're going to set that up to go. We're going to go ahead and get a bunch of this stuff right here. See, these guys are, it's not hydrated because this thing keeps cutting off. It doesn't have enough water to keep it all going. Anyway. this should get me... That's cobblestone. That's sand. Huh, that does not work. Can you pipe into the top? Okay, you can pipe into the top, you can't pipe into the side. That is good to know. It's annoying to know, but it's good to know. Yeah, this is fairly fast. I'd hate to see... I'm kind of curious to see what the next one up, what its speed is. But that's pretty nice. That'll definitely give me a good boost on getting this place set up. Very nice. Anyway, I want to go ahead and thank you for watching this episode of Craft Arcanum. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave a comment in the section below. And I will see you next time. And with any luck, I will have cleared out a little bit more space for this greenhouse. And I will have, hopefully, eliminated some of that mess. Don't hold me to the mess, though it is going to be an attempt. I will definitely attempt it.